Here I have my locator part, and we're already given a lot of information about our top view and some information about our front view, but we're not really given anything about the side view. So what I've done for you is I've boxed in those dimensions, basically just taken the miter line and kind of going down from that spot right there. And you are welcome to use all the tricks that we've been using before. So your mirrors and your offsets and your lines and your schmancy circles and your polygons and all that stuff. So we're just adding in the different views into the skills that you guys already know. So as we get started, a couple things to think about. In your snap settings, I would definitely make sure that you have your perpendicular snaps ready to go, and probably your endpoint and intersection, because we're going to be stealing those. I probably don't need my tangent. And also, you want to be leveraging all of your layers. So we already have the hidden layer with the dotted lines. We've got our center, which is going to be our center marks and our center lines. And I've just been using this border to do my miter line and just kind of outline how big things are. Because at the end of our drawing, I can always just turn off that layer. So it doesn't really matter what we throw down in that spot because it's just going to disappear anyway. So we're going to be leveraging our object layer. And let's just start tossing in some lines to represent where all this stuff is. So I'm going to start off with kind of the first level, kind of this flat part right here. And I'm going to highlight that endpoint. I'm not clicking, but if I just drag over, notice that green dotted line pops up. So that will help me create a line that's exactly the same height as that. So I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to make sure it's perpendicular. And I'm just going to box this whole thing in while we're kind of in this mode. Hit escape. So we have, this is kind of the lower layer. And maybe I'll finish off what's going on over there too. So I have this weird angle thing going on. So if I look at it from the front, there's going to be like a slight line right here. There's going to be the main part of the leg, the circle, and the main part of the leg. Now I'm going to be lazy, and I'm just going to do half of this because everything is symmetrical over here, so I can just mirror all that stuff. So I'm going to right click and hit repeat line instead of going all the way back up to the top. And let's just kind of map out where these guys are. So this guy, we're going to bring over to my miter line, right, that intersection point. And I'm just going to bring that line all the way down perpendicular. So that represents there's that little piece that we can see from the front view. And do it again, right click, repeat line. So we have this line right here. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to click, bring it all the way down. There we go, hit escape. So we have kind of that front little section of the flat part of our part. Cool. Next up, maybe let's try that 30-degree angle that's going to come down like this. And I just want to double check, right click, repeat line. I wonder if this is in the same spot. Oh, baby, we might be in luck. All right, so I'm just going to use this line that we already drew. So on the side view, we have a 30-degree angle that's coming down like this. And it looks like we're already provided where that ends. So if I'm being sneaky, what I might do is just go across here and click, and then connect that spot to get my 30-degree angle. All right, repeat line. Let's go down and kind of connect that stuff up. All right, that's looking pretty good. Maybe I'll throw in that top line too. There's a lot of snaps going on because I know that's already 1 inch, 0-degree angle. Cool. Okay. And I'm just going to trim some stuff up just because there's a lot going on. So I'm going to get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. Okay. All right, this is looking pretty good. Let's see. That might be just about all I can do. Oh, maybe in the object view, maybe let's go to that front side. And right where this is going to change angle, there's going to be a sharp line directly below it. So maybe I grab my line tool. I'm going to drag that down. And I'm going to go perpendicular with that spot right there. All right, now the pain in the butt is going to be that weird little cutout notch that's going over here because it ends somewhere in that spot. So let's just kind of sketch it out from my front view. I'm going to see it. I'm just going to put a perpendicular line all the way over there, but I'm not quite sure where it lands over here. But if I use my miter line, that might give me some extra information to go about it. So I'm going to find where that ends. I'm going to go all the way across to here. I'm going to go to this spot. And I don't know if it's the midpoint. Oh, it actually looks like it's the midpoint. That's kind of nice. Like so. And I'm going to grab my line one more time. And I'm going to just drag it over. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. And then it's going to end like that. So if I'm looking at it from the side, I'm going to get a little something that looks like this. Oh, shoot. Wrong line. I want to get rid of you. Okay. All right. So our object stuff is looking pretty good. Maybe let's go to our hidden line and show what's going on. So from our front view, I already have a visible line that's blocking this other side, so we don't need any of that. But we do have this circle that's kind of cutting through at this point right there. So let's grab our line tool. I'm just going to take the edge of that circle, not clicking. I'm just going to drag down to find my reference point. Come on, AutoCAD. There we go. And it's going to go down. And notice how it's already set up to do those dotted lines. So we actually don't have to mess with that, which I am a big fan of. No hidden lines there. All right, we're looking good. So it looks like the only other hidden line we have to mess with is the cut that is going from this side. And I believe we've already kind of figured out where that is. So I'm going to grab my line again, and I know it goes all the way through the part. So I'm going to draw that hidden line that goes all the way through as well. Cool. All right. Let's trim up a couple of things. That's looking pretty good. Okay. So now let's be a little bit lazy. Let's grab my mirror tool, and I'm going to mirror you, and you, and you, and you. It's nice to have symmetric pieces so that I can actually do this and be lazy. Select objects, hit enter. First point of my mirror line should be at the midpoint of each of these. So I'm going to grab that triangle. I'm going to grab that triangle. Hey, there we go. Erase source objects. No, definitely keep that. Okay. So we have pretty much our object layer. We have our hidden layer. Let's go to our circle stuff. So go to our center. That's where it gets a little bit weird. AutoCAD's actually kind of nice to us about this. So if you go over to annotate where you have your dimension work, over here we have center marks and center lines, and they make our job super, super easy to do. So I'm going to grab center mark, and all I have to do is click on all those circles or arcs that I see, which is just that one. So we're good there. And our center lines, we need to pick either side of that object. So I don't need a center line here. I already have my center mark. But here is the circle from the side view. So I'm going to click on the first line. I'm going to click on the second line, and it automatically makes one for me right there, which is very, very, very handy. And let's do the same thing over here. We got this line. We got this line. Actually, I wonder if those line up. Let me try something real quick. Let me do a little 2-point circle. I'm just making sure that everything's lining up well, because I might need to do an extra little line. Oh no, those line up. Perfect. We're good. All right. Get out of there. And then I'm going to grab my center line one more time. So we got this guy, and we have my center line through that spot. And we are almost done. So I'm going to go back to my layers and my border layer. I'm going to turn that off because I don't want to see that stuff. And it looks like we're good. We have all of our visible lines. We have all of our hidden lines already mapped out. We've got our center lines and our center mark. So now we're ready to go to the paper layout and then make sure that the text matches up with the stuff that we're doing.